Vegas. I'm
Davidson here at the Adirondack Bank Center. Busy night tonight coming your way on Sports Express. I'll get you ready for all of it, including a big tilt here between the Pioneers men's ice hockey team and Oswego State.
Sports, absolutely packed edition of Sports Express coming your way at 11.
Different kind of hockey night here in Utica, though, tonight, as the Pioneers men's ice hockey team returns from its winter break to get the unofficial second half of the season underway against Oswego State. Joining us now live from the Adirondack Bank Center to get us ready for that and the rest of tonight's Express, Sports Director Spencer Davidson. Good evening, Spence.
Good evening, Jason and Kristen. Hello there, everybody. Pioneers head coach Gary Heenan said that this holiday hiatus felt a bit longer than usual as the team sat on a tough loss to Geneseo the last time out in the 20th annual New York Sash Teddy Bear Toss game that you saw here on WKTV NBC about just over a month ago. Now, the team returns here after that tough loss, and while it's been a bitter taste in their mouths since then, they've had the chance now to get away for a bit, rest and recharge, and come back still ranked third in the nation. And they face a tough test here again tonight with the Lakers coming into town. Now, I'll get into this matchup a little bit tonight at 6 more in depth, but as Kristen said, it is a absolutely jam-packed night of sports here locally tonight. So let's get you going through what you can expect to see tonight on the edition of Sports Express at 11. Speaking of nationally ranked tilts in college hockey, already complete out in Hamilton, a big Division I women's battle between number 5 Colgate and number 6 Cornell, with the Big Red coming away with a 2-1 win, just wrapping up a little while ago. Now, the Raiders fell down 2-0. They got a goal late in the third period to make it 2-1, but unable to overcome the deficit, so they fell 2-1 there. Thomas Talarino is out at Class of 1965 Arena, and we'll bring you back highlights to show how it all went down. In the pros tonight, the Pioneers here, so that means Utica Comets are on the road. They're taking on the Rochester Americans for the second of 3 games in a stretch of 4 nights, all against North Division opponents this week. Utica comes off a big offensive explosion in a 5-1 win over the Syracuse Crunch here at the Aud on Wednesday, as they matched their season high in goals for in that game. Puck drop is just after 7 o'clock at Blue Cross Arena. The Comets will then return to the cozy confines here tomorrow night, hosting the Toronto Marlies on Star Wars night at the Adirondack Bank Center. In high school hoops tonight, we have a mobbed slate here. It's a hefty one. Big league contest, rivalry games coming your way. This one in the Tri-Valley League and in the Center State Conference. So we're taking a look at the TVL Colonial first. Couple of big tilts there. New Hartford hosts RFA for their first of 2 meetings this season, while in Whitesboro, the Warriors take on Proctor for their first of 2 matchups. Both of these games tip off at 7 o'clock. Now getting underway at the same time in the CSC3, Cooperstown, undefeated this season, looking to remain that way and unbeaten in the league as well, as the Hawkeyes visit the New York Mills Marauders at Beekman Gym. First of 2 meetings between these league rivals this season. And in Hamilton, Coach Tom Blackford and the undefeated Emerald Knights, just down the road from Colgate, also hoping to improve to 5-0 in CSC play to keep pace with Cooperstown as they host the Westmoreland Bulldogs. We've also got a few other potential tricks up our sleeves tonight. Like we said, it is a wild night of sports here, so be sure to tune in to Sports Express at 11. Again, coming up at 6, I will dive more into this matchup as the Pioneers return from their holiday hiatus to take on Oswego State. But for now, I'll send it back up to Smith Hill, Jason, and Kristen.
All right, Spencer, thank you. Go help with the painting on the ice. They need help to get it done before puck drop.
All right, just ahead of their next game, the Syracuse.
Good evening, everybody. I'm here live at the Adirondack Bank Center, where tonight the Utica University men's ice hockey team returns from a more than month-long hiatus to host a red-hot Oswego State team here at the Aud. Now, according to Utica head coach Gary Heenan, this holiday hiatus felt much longer than usual as the team had to sit on a very tough 5-2 loss to Geneseo the last time out in the 20th annual New York Sash Teddy Bear Toss game here on December 7th. That was their first loss in this premier event in 8 years. Now tonight's game is just one, it will be one of the main events of what is going to be a very busy night here on Sports Express. The Pioneers, again, losing the premier event against Geneseo the last time out, and it was really a game where they heavily outshot the Knights, yet were stymied by strong goaltending and just a couple of defensive breakdowns. Now, the Pioneers come into tonight ranked 3rd in the latest USCHO.com national poll and look to wash the bitter taste of their teddy bear toss defeat out with salt water as they welcome in the Lakers for the first time since 2022. The team's now taking the ice for warm-ups as we speak. It's the 29th meeting all time between these national powerhouses. Utica is 8-15-5 against Oswego in their history, falling in Oswego last season after shutting out the Lakers here at the Aud the year before. Now, Ed Goshek's squad comes in having turned around their season a bit. They're currently 6-4-2 and enter this one on a 3-game winning streak, outscoring opponents 18-0 in that time. Utica, meanwhile, will look to get back in the win column as they sit at 9-2-1, and having lost goalie Ethan Roberts to transfer during the break, welcome in 3 new faces who have transferred in. That includes freshman tender Ryan Piros. Now, the Pioneers and Lakers drop the puck here at the top of the hour, and since they're playing here tonight, the Utica Comets are out on the road as they travel out to Rochester to take on the Amherst for the second of 3 North Division battles this week. The Comets hit the ice in Roch, coming off of a much-needed win over the Syracuse Crunch here at the Aud on Wednesday. The team finding its scoring touch finally with 5 different players lighting the lamp to match their season-high scoring total in an offensive barrage for its first win since the calendar flipped to 2025. That game will be a 7:05 start before the Comets then return here to face the Toronto Marlies tomorrow night. Now, big news out of the Syracuse University football program, folks, as the ripcord has been pulled. Syracuse transfer quarterback Kyle McCord has announced that his time at the JMA Wireless Dome is over after one magical season. McCord announcing today that he is declaring for the NFL draft and will forego another year at Syracuse. In his lone season with SU, after transferring in from Ohio State, McCord led the nation in passing yards and set the ACC single-season record with more than 4,700 yards through the air. He led the Orange to its first 10-win season since 2018, culminating with a victory over Washington State in the DirecTV Holiday Bowl, all in head coach Fran Brown's inaugural season at the helm. McCord says he's forever indebted to Syracuse for giving him the opportunity to finish out his college career on the Hill. The NFL draft is set to take place April 24th through the 26th in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Now, back to Sports Express coming up. We got a jam-packed Express coming for you tonight at 11. A big nationally ranked tilt in the Division I women's hockey ranks as number 5 Colgate actually fell to number 6 Cornell 2-1 this afternoon in Hamilton. We'll have highlights from class of 1965 arena. Again, Comets visit the Amherst, and in boys hoops, a couple of big TVL Colonial and CSC3 rivalry matchups that you see right there on your screen. We'll also feature our first athlete of the week of 2025. Again, here at the Adirondack Bank Center, the Utica University men's ice hockey team returns from its holiday break as they take on Oswego State. The team's warming up right behind me as you speak, and we drop the puck here at the Aud in just over a half hour from now. I'll see you all tonight at 11 on Sports Express, News Channel 2 at 6. We'll wrap up after the break.
Come see.
This is Sports Express, brought to you by the law offices of Ricardo J. Morrow, GPO Federal Credit Union, and Scalzo, Zogby, and Wittig Insurance.
Welcome back aboard the Express. We're switching gears now to the ice when we have a big battle, the NCAA Division I women's level, with 2 nationally ranked opponents squaring off out in Hamilton.
Yeah, number 5 Colgate welcomed in number 6 Cornell to the class of 1965 arena for an ECAC rivalry contest. First meeting of the year and first of a back-to-back this weekend between these in-state foes. First period action. Big Red's Beatrice Perunra fires it to the goal, and Hannah Murphy flashes the leather there for the save, still scoreless. Still in the opening frame, Gabby Rude backhand pass to Rory Gilday. Why you gotta be so rude? The backhanded compliment to Gilday. That's gonna sneak past the post for a goal, Big Red goal. It's now a 1-0 lead. Second period, Cornell up 2-0 Raiders. Christina Kaltenkova on a breakaway wraps around the defender and just misses wide left of the net. Still looking to get on the board. 4:42 left in the game. Colgate still in search of that goal. Kaya Maliki, no finds a loose puck. Wide open shot. Hits the back of the net for a Raiders goal. It's a 2-1 game now. Colgate on a power play to end the game, but they just can't get a shot off in the offensive zone. Big Red holds on in the end. 6th-ranked Cornell, the victors, 2-1. Raiders get another crack, though, at the Big Red in Ithaca tomorrow.
Good stuff there. Back here at the Adirondack Bank Center, the Utica University men's ice hockey team. Division III returned from more than month-long holiday hiatus as the number 3 nationally ranked Pioneers hosted Oswego State. Freshman goalie Ryan Piros thrown right into the fire, making his Utica U debut after transferring in from the University of Dubuque this semester. And he made a solid first impression from the start, less than 5 minutes in off a giveaway. Big chance for Oswego's Justin Ryan, who goes to the backhand, but Piros kicks the pad out to pass his first test in a Pioneers uniform. He'd be solid throughout the frame. About a minute later, Nico Peoni from the point, blocked in front. Cam Simons tries to stuff it in at the near post, but Piros shuts the door. We'd be scoreless after 1 in the second. Johnny Malera going north-south, now cutting east-west, and finds his destination at the back of the net with a snipe top right as the 5th-year transfer breaks it open and puts Utica up by 1. Just 33 seconds later, Pioneers with the momentum. Anthony Bax from the blue line deflects off the leg of Drake Morrison, finds the angle into the cage. 2 quick goals puts the Pioneers up a pair. They'd have a power play shortly after, but Oswego with a chance shorthanded. Matt McQuaid on a mini break. He fires, but Piros stands tall and makes a big stop. The freshman impressive in his debut with 24 saves. The Lakers would cut the lead to 1 3 separate times, but Utica able to hang on to win 5-3 with 2 goals from Eric Vitale as the Pioneers improved to 10-2-1 this year.
Hamilton College ranked number 9 in Division III at Bowdoin College, looking for a 3rd straight win. First period, no score. Jacob Irfino finds Carson Hall. What a snipe from Hall. Puts the Continentals out in front 1-0. Same score in the second. Continentals with some perimeter passing here. Eventually is going to wind up on the stick of Luke Chor, who buries it. Hamilton in good shape, up 2-0 in the middle frame. Continentals add 2 more in what would be a 4-1 victory. They've won 3 straight, now sitting at 9-3 on the year.
Good stuff for Rob Haberbush and the squad. With the Pioneers at home, the Comets were out on the road out in Rochester taking on the Amerks for the second of a stretch of 3 games in 4 nights, all against divisional opponents. Comets coming off a 5-1 win over Syracuse Wednesday and going and scoring first in the first. Ryan Schmelzer from Max Willman buries the one-timer. So it would be 1-0 Utica after 1 in the second. Amerks on the power play. Isaac Poulter makes the first save, but Anton Wahlberg jams home the rebound to tie it up at 1. Later in the frame, Amerks in control. Nikita Novikov going untouched around the outside, slips it underneath Poulter from the sharp angle to give Rochester the lead. Comets struck first, but the Amerks got the next 5. Utica falls 5-1. They return home tomorrow night to host the Toronto Marlies on Star Wars night. Our first athlete of the week of 2025 coming your way next.
For final scores and video highlights from tonight's games, log on to WKTV.com.